I'm a friend of Mr. Nigel Perry's. He's expecting me.
I'll tell him you're here, sir.
Thank you. Polo is a sport much favored by the English upper classes. It provides, amongst other things, an exclusive and expensive way of breaking a leg. Has a lot of snob value, too. For example, if you have been in a car accident and you go to hospital, you'll be treated well enough. But you limp in and say you have been tossed by your polo pony and you will be treated like a prince.
Simon, it's nice to see you again.
Hey, Joe, nice to see you.
It's been too long. Come and sit down.
Thank you.
I'm glad you were able to come. It was pretty short notice.
Oh, I was at a loose end anyway. My lunch date turned up with a husband, weren't you?
Yeah.
Apart from that, your note was far too intriguing to resist.
Yes, I was counting on that. Simon, I need your help.
Hello, Eve.
Hello, darling.
You don't need any help from me. You're doing fine.
This is my fiancée, Moyna Stanford. Moyna, this is...
Darling, I haven't spent the last 20 years in a nunnery. Even if I had, I met and I'd recognize the famous Simon Templar.
Marvelous game. That's his second goal.
Bully for him.
Miles Hallam?
Yes.
He was your father's business partner, wasn't he?
Yes, and now mine, since I inherited Dad's half of the business. You'll like him, I'm sure. Well, that's the end of the game. Now you can meet Miles for yourself.
Which is the cue for me to go and powder my nose, excuse me. Thank you.
I wish Moyna and Miles got on better.
Isn't Hallam the one that the papers call the man who cannot die?
Yes. Last year he was racing at Le Mans. Piled up at over 100 and then got out of the car and walked away.
He's a lucky man.
That's the sort of chap he is. Lives hard, plays hard.
Nigel, you said you wanted my help.
That's right.
Well, what about?
Miles.
Ah, marvellous, that last chucker. Well done, chaps. Drinks are on me, huh? Well, Nigel, come have some champagne.
Miles. I'd like you to meet a friend of mine.
Well, bring him along, too.
Just a moment. Simon Templar.
Templar. I've wanted to meet you for a long time.
Nice to meet you.
You know, you and I have a lot in common.
We do?
Well, sure. We're the last of the adventurers. Living for excitement is a lost art.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, sure it is. Today, kids get their kicks by taking pills. They don't hunt big game or climb mountains. How can they know what life is about if they haven't looked at death? I know. Death's come to me a dozen times, and I've always cheated him.
Perhaps the next world isn't ready for you yet.
Simon, what are you doing at the weekend?
What do you have in mind?
Well, we're going shooting. Miles has just bought the game rights over 5,000 acres in North Wales. Why don't you come along?
Oh, sure, you might learn something. I'm pretty good with a shotgun. I'll give you some pointers.
Simon has quite a reputation as a marksman, Miles.
Well, I'm sure I'm not in Mr. Hallam's class.
You're too modest.
It's time one of us was.
Actually, Templar, for a man whose natural habitat is a cocktail bar, you might find the going a little rugged.
You ready, darling?
Do you mind if I drive back to Simon? You could go with Miles.
Yes. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a 10-minute start and still beat you back to London.
For 6 months now, Miles has been drawing large sums from the company's account. Over £1,000 a time.
Well, have you mentioned it?
Yes. He said he'd been gambling. Living it up, generally. And the other day, I overheard a phone call. Miles was shouting, Things like, you're pushing me too hard, and I can't keep paying you that kind of money.
That's the sort of thing you say to a pressing bookmaker.
Perhaps. But I'm certain it's blackmail.
Blackmail. You any other reasons for thinking so?
No,
Or can the company stand these big withdrawals?
it's not important. You could have my last penny if it would help. He was with my father when he died. He tried to save him at the risk of his own life. The least I can do is try and get him out of this trouble. It wasn't as dangerous as it looked. Miles is a great driver.
The cemeteries are full of them.
He did? When was this? I see. All right, Miss Sutton. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thanks.
cheers.
That was my secretary. Miles phoned her this afternoon from the club and asked her to draw £5,000.
Payoff time again, eh?
Looks like it. She's delivering it to his flat.
When?
Tonight. Simon, will you help me find out what's going on?
Oh, Nigel,
I thought you hated blackmail.
I do. But I'm not overly fond of your friend Miles Hallen either.
Oh. Well, it looks as though I'll have to handle it myself then, doesn't it? Good night, Simon.
Nigel, finish your drink and we'll talk about it. Cheers.
Thanks, Simon.
Stay here. I'm going to take a look around. You looking for something? Yeah.
Miles Allen.
The double cross didn't work, Alan. I'm giving everything I have to the cops first thing tomorrow morning.
No. Wait, I don't know what happened tonight. Somebody brought the money back.
Brought the money back? What the blue blazes are you talking about?
Well, it's true. Somebody brought the money back here.
That means somebody knows about our little deal. Now look here, Helen. It's about time we had a final settlement.
That suits me.
You bring the money over here, and we'll discuss it.
Where do I come?
I have a houseboat named the Swan, moored near Chelsea Bridge. And don't keep me waiting.
Ah. How'd you make out?
I lost him. Somewhere around the Chelsea Bridge area. I cruised around for a bit afterwards. Oh, I found a bike parked down near some houseboats, but I couldn't swear that it was his.
Well, we better go and have a look, hadn't we?
Do you want to go now?
Tomorrow will do.
We're going to Wales in the morning. Miles might suspect I'm involved if I put him off.
Well, let's not worry about it now. You go home, get some sleep. I'll see you at the station in the morning.
All right. Good night, Simon. And thanks. It was a good try.
First of all, tonight's payment. No need to count it. You'd know better than that.
How much more?
Another 10,000.
What?
Covering up murder's an expensive business. Another one like that and the price goes up. You don't look like a murderer, Helen. I find it difficult to believe that you'd walk out on an old man and leave him to die alone of thirst in the desert.
I can't possibly raise £10,000.
But you did walk out, didn't you?
I tell you it's impossible. Please.
It's too bad for you that the old man had strength enough to write it all out in detail. Makes very juicy reading, too.
When?
A week?
I can't.
You better.
Look. I'm going away tomorrow with my partner for 3 or 4 days. A shooting holiday.
The holiday will have to wait.
The holiday can't wait.
That's where I get the 10,000.
Meaning?
When I get back, things will be easier.
It'll take 3 or 4 months, but well, you get the idea.
Boy, you're a cool one.
I manage.
Just as a matter of interest, how you gonna do it? Bullet in the head? Or fix the gun so it blows up in the guy's face?
It'll have nothing to do with shooting. It's too obvious.
Well, if you want to be cagey, you inherit the business,
That's the idea.
and I guess I can wait. We have a deal?
Yes.
I needn't keep you any longer. Good night, Mr. Howland.
Hard to believe, isn't it? I'd shoot a man in cold blood. Morning.
Morning.
Hello.
Have you been down to Chelsea yet?
Oh, I haven't had time yet. I'll try on the way back. Don't you worry. By the time you get home, I'll have something definite. Templar, change your mind coming with us? No. Do you like hair? I'll bring you back a brace. Well, that shouldn't be too difficult. When they hear what a crack shot you are, they'll come up with their hands up. Fine morning.
Goodbye.
Look, darling, there's almost 10 minutes before the train pulls out. There's no reason why you should wait. Perhaps Simon will give you a lift back. I keep pushing you off onto other people, don't I?
All right. I hate station goodbyes anyway.
Bye, Nigel.
Bye, Simon. Once again, thanks.
I'll see you at the barrier.
Why not?
All right.
Take care, darling. I wish Nigel wasn't going.
Lonesome already?
No. Frightened.
What about?
I don't know, it's silly, but I've just got a terrible premonition that... Oh, it's ridiculous. I just don't trust Miles Helen.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I've never liked him, and the last few weeks has been absolutely impossible.
Why, no. Miles is being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Oh, by whom? For what?
For what, I'm not sure. The character is blackmailing him. Lives on a houseboat down here. I'm going to drop in on him. Hello, what's this?
Wait here. I'll find out what's going on.
What have you got there? Lord Eustace Steele, boy detective.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, another lightning deduction from the mastermind.
What are you doing here?
I just happened to be passing. May I take a look? Ooh. I wouldn't bother with the glass claw. He wasn't poisoned. He was shot through the neck. Who is he?
Name of Morton, an Australian. According to his passport, he entered this country 7 months ago. As far as we know, he didn't have a job. He did make some money, though, quite a lot.
How do you know?
Bank book. Regular deposits of large sums. Look, Simon, you never just happened to be passing. You know anything about this?
I didn't even know his name. What else have you dug up?
Not a lot. A pile of burnt papers in the stove there. I've got a feeling this is going to be a tough one.
Well, in that case, I'll leave you to it.
Now, where were we?
Oh, by the way, Claude, what does his passport list his occupation as?
A mining engineer.
A mining engineer, Australian. There could be some connection here. Miles was with Nigel's father when he died. They were prospecting for gold in some godforsaken desert in Australia.
Oh, you're right about the connection.
How Nigel's father died?
Well, they found gold, a big strike. And they ran out of water. There was only one canteen left, so they tossed for it. Nigel's father won the toss. So he picked up the bottle and started walking.
Now, just a minute. Who told you this?
Miles Hallen. Only he made it sound much more heroic. Said he cheated when he tossed the coin, made sure Nigel's father would win.
But Miles got out alive.
Yes, started walking and came across a well or
And
something.
Nigel's father died.
They never found him.
Well, now, let's do some wild theorizing. Supposing Miles killed Nigel's father. Morton, his engineer, found out about it and was blackmailing him.
Yes, but there's just one thing wrong. I mean, what motive would Miles have for killing Nigel's father? Surely he must have known Nigel would inherit his own father's business.
Who inherits now?
What?
Well, I mean, if anything should happen to Nigel.
I do, I suppose. Well, that is when we get married.
When are you getting married?
Next month.
And until then?
Simon, you don't think...
Miles and Nigel are going to be alone in pretty desolate country. Shouldn't be too difficult to kill a man and make it look like an accident.
What are you going to do?
And to call Nigel, where are they staying?
Pub, Prince of Wales. But there's no telephone there. It's right out in the wilds.
All right, I'll send a telegram. Tell him to wait for us. We can be there in the morning.
Telegram? Oh, we haven't had one of them, not since the wife's father died, have we, love?
No.
That's going back about 5 years ago.
6.
Do you know where Mr. Perry is now?
He and Mr. Allen went out about an hour ago.
These shooting rights of Mr. Hallen's, can you tell us where they are?
Yes. Oh, they haven't gone shooting. Didn't like the look of the weather. They've gone to Ogov Reich.
Where?
Ogov Reich. Dragon's Caves.
Caves.
Aye, nasty old place it is.
Terrible.
Full of potholes and mines and things right under the mountain.
Miles of them.
Never been properly explored, see? Very dangerous.
Dangerous? How?
Well, the roof's not too safe, and there's always a danger of flooding. 3 students from Cardiff got lost there a year ago. But there you are. Mr. Allen and Mr. Perry wouldn't listen to me.
Can you show me where these caves are?
Well, I'm very busy, like...
Yes, very busy is.
I'll be happy to make it worth your while.
I'll be ready in 15 minutes. We need ropes and things like that, you know?
Oh, hurry, please.
You're wasting your time, you know. Never find them once they're in those caves.
All right.
Yeah.
Cigarette.
Thanks. How much farther are we going?
We haven't even started yet.
Exactly equipped for a full-scale exploration.
Oh, in a place like this, the only equipment you need is guts and a good lamp.
No point in taking unnecessary risks.
Oh, come on, Nigel. What's the matter with you? A little danger makes a thing worthwhile. If we really crawl into this mountain, who knows what we might find. An underground lake, a new cavern. Hey, that'd be something. We could map it and call it Hallen's Cavern. Hallen's Cavern!
Nigel's Folly!
You really enjoyed danger, didn't you?
Oh, it makes life worth living.
You know, I haven't seen you as cheerful as this in ages. Oh, well. Come on, let's see if we can find Hallen's Cavern.
Good boy.
This the only way in?
As far as we know, anyway. Must be miles of tunnels in there, never been explored.
You said there were 3 students lost down there. What happened to them?
Who knows? Perhaps the roof collapsed, perhaps they fell. We never found them. You could lose an army in this place.
Did Hallen mention any particular part he was going to?
No, not to me, whatever.
Well, we'd better start looking, hadn't we?
Right.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I'll be all right.
Going underground frighten you?
Oh, a bit. I don't like being closed in. Claustrophobia, I expect.
Why didn't you go back to the hotel?
No. No. I'll be all right.
Which way?
You take your choice. You can either go that way, or there's a big chamber ahead with half a dozen passages leading off.
If we have to, we'll try them all. Knowing Hallen, he'll pick the less well-explored sections.
Well, in that case, we'll have to try the deep. I don't like the idea. Nobody's been down there before, as far as I know. It's up to you.
Carry on.
Right, I'll belay you.
What?
Uncle Anchor, man. Remember I told you. There you are. I'll get rid of these rocks in case they fall on your head. Is that right?
That's it.
Tighten that. Take it easy. There I go. You make it all so beautifully easy.
The deeper you get, the colder it becomes.
We should get sure we're in the right tunnel.
There's no way of knowing.
Don't you think we ought to turn back? Try some of the higher levels.
I would if I were you, sir. We've better chance of finding him that way, I'm sure.
All right. We go back.
Hey, Simon, shine your torch down here quickly. It's a French brand. The kind Miles smokes.
We go on.
Shall I give him a call?
Yes, try it.
Hello! What was that?
Somebody else in the caves.
Coming this way?
Who knows? We don't want to get mixed up with a bunch of tourists, do we? Get a move on!
The trouble is with you, you're antisocial. All right? Come on down, I'm at the bottom.
Good. I'm right behind you.
All the way.
Okay, now, down with this foot. Come on. One more. Come on. More slack. Okay, slack away.
What is it?
Oh, nothing much. I just caught my leg on that rock.
Let's have a look. You've got a nasty cut there.
Mr. Pugh! Throw me down the bag with the first aid in.
Right. Stand clear! I'm going down! Does it get any better?
Oh, I can't see. It curves a bit up ahead.
But, Miles, anything we ought to call it a day? We've been going for nearly 3 hours now. We ought to be starting back.
Oh, all right. Look, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll give them another half hour, then we'll get out of here, all right?
Okay, but only half an hour.
Oh,
Yeah, try
thank
that.
you. Oh, it's not too bad. I think I can walk on it anyway.
Yes, you can walk, but you can't climb. Excuse me, sir. I think it would be better if the young lady stopped here. Would you mind, Moyna?
No. No, of course not. Well, I mean, you'd stand a far better chance of catching up with them without me, wouldn't you?
You'll be all right. We'll leave you some light. I've got some candles here. We'll be back as quick as we can.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be fine.
There's an opening to the left and down a bit. Looks quite big. Plenty of handholds. I'd really like to find out if it's a major tunnel.
All right. We'll take a look at it and then we're going back.
Yes, of course.
Come on, then. You go first and I'll act as anchor.
No. It'll be safer if I belay you. I doubt if you could hold me. If anything should happen. Nigel! Nigel!
That's Moyna. Get back to her as fast as you can. Give me a pack.
Are you going on?
I have to. Now move.
Where's Nigel? Oh, thank God you're here. He's fallen. I couldn't handle him alone. I was going back to get Clymer.
Where is he?
Look, there's not much hope.
Where is he?
Look, there's not much hope. You see, he... Well, here. I just couldn't hold it. don't think he'd have had a chance. It sounds like a very fast stream. Look, we can't do anything here alone. Let's get back and get a proper search party.
You must be fairly sure he's dead.
What the devil are you talking about? I did all I could to save him.
I'll bet you did. Still alive.
What? Wait, you going down?
Yes.
I'll hold the rope.
No. I'll tie it off. Moira and pure back there. Another accident might be hard to explain. Now I'm going to need help to bring him up. So I don't want any mistakes. Understand?
Hey, that's it. There you are. Settle now. That's it. We'll go find Mr. Templar.
It's my legs. I can't move.
We're going to get you up from here.
Miles, is he all right?
Yes.
Thank heavens.
It's going to be pretty painful.
When the rope went, I thought he must have fallen.
Catch! Make it fast, Alan. You're going to pull it off.
Hold on to me. Yeah.
Pull away! Hold it! Hold! The roof gets lower further down, miss. Wouldn't you rather stay here?
Oh, no. I'm much better when we're moving. I'd rather go on.
He's alive?
Yes, only just. You made a bad job of it.
Oh, what are you talking about? It's an accident, I tell you.
So you keep saying.
Well, look, when I ran into you, I was going to help. Why should I want to hurt Nigel? He's my friend, my partner.
Very touching.
You listen to me, Templar. I've listened, Alan.
And you are a liar.
Nigel! Nigel!
He's unconscious. It's probably just as well.
You did this. That's why you brought him here.
Not now, Moina. We'll settle it all later.
Is he hurt bad?
I'm afraid we need the doctor before we move him anymore.
I'll start back right away. I'll be here in about 3 hours with a rescue party.
Take that. You'll have a long wait. You'd better save your battery.
Dig through that.
We're gonna have to find another way out.
There's no other way. We came by the only entrance.
Then we'd better find another way of getting to it, haven't we? What's the matter, Alan? You're beginning to think you're not immortal after all. The papers say you're the man who cannot die, remember?
Finding a way to the main cabin may take some time.
Then we'd better get started. Mooney, we're gonna have to find another way out. You're gonna have to stay here with Nigel.
Well, I'll be all right.
Good girl. I'll be back as soon as I can.
There's an opening along this wall and down a bit. It might lead somewhere. Kid. Barsister with you down the Nurogolai. Your help.
Williams, go and get the doctor. Thomas, go and get the rest of the men from the village. You others, start getting the equipment ready. Are you all right, love?
That would really out. Climb down there. I have to jump to that ledge.
Now, let's take a breather for a minute. It must be nearly light outside by now.
Why was Morton blackmailing you?
What?
Did he know you left Nigel's father to die?
You're crazy. I did everything I could for the old man. Well, I left him the water bottle. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows what you told them.
I did what I could to save him.
The same way you tried to save Nigel?
That was an accident. How many more times?
Was shooting Morton an accident?
Look, stop it, will you? Get off my back.
Then jump.
Come on, Templar. Catch. Come on, Templar.
Move to one side, please.
What's the matter, Templar? Are you beginning to think you're not immortal? Before I go, before you go, I thought you'd like to know. I did kill Morton. And I did leave Nigel's father to die. As I planned to leave his precocious son, a partner of mine, before you put your meddling little fingers into it.
They found a way around. Come on. Duke, man! Duke! Carlos? Annie, what?
Simon, where's Miles?
I'm afraid he fell. There wasn't much I could do about it.
He was a good friend.
Nigel, you must
Why
realize...
not? All right, boys.